Okay, black to move and win. Should black trade the rook or do something else? Okay, rook e8 is an interesting idea. Rook e8, perhaps black will, sorry, white will play queen d3, queen a2, bishop d2, and I don't see how black is winning there. I play in the game, I played rook b4, but actually that was a mistake. I overestimated that pawn on b4. And here is another example of prophylactic thinking, because the idea of rook e8 is a good one, but you have to think prophylactically. What does white want to do if we move the rook somewhere? Then white wants to go queen d3, queen a2, bishop d2, and white will try to maybe go rook f1, maybe bring the king back there. So white's king for now has to stay here, but if it can go to g2, it will be safe, much safer here on g2. So yeah, that's exactly right. So the idea is to think prophylactically like that and realize that when you play queen a2, bishop d2, the most important thing is if we can get the rook to f2. So that's why this move, rook f8, is very strong. And now the biggest threat is simply queen a6, queen c8, and queen g4, and, or queen h3. And white doesn't have any defense against this. Queen d3 loses to queen a2. So there's no defense against queen a6, queen c8. So very simple, but this move was extremely difficult to realize. Queen b3, I think queen a6. You cannot defend against queen c8. Queen b7, queen c4, or queen a2. I like to take queen c4 there. Yeah, this is totally lost for white. So yeah, in the game, I thought that rook b4 was strong, and that's what I played. And my opponent was he played a very good move here, e5, de, and here he could have made a draw with rook takes b4 followed by queen g6, cb queen g6, and if I take the bishop, then there's perpetual. If I give a check, then bishop e2, and still there's perpetual. So, and if I take with queen, then bishop can come back, and this is not so bad for white because white has some kind of play here. Probably holdable. But luckily my opponent make the wrong move order with queen g6, and that move loses to queen a2 because now bishop e2 I can take on c4, and let's say king f3. Yeah, king f3, then have queen d5. So he probably has to go back there, and then I can take and take another pawn. So I'm 3 pawns up now and clearly winning. But we both missed that rook takes b4 was holding for white. But this move, this is a very nice example of thinking prophylactically, because as I said, we just don't want to allow queen d3, bishop d2. If we play like rook e8, then this, bishop d2, and now with rook f8, rook f1, white is okay, and it's still holding. So thinking like that will, yeah, now if queen f6, then I think white can go king f3 already, and or king f1, and put the king back there. So I think here white probably can hold here. Yeah, so this move rook f8 is very difficult to make. Yeah, by the way, here rook f8 is also kind of similar, but here white could actually do some this queen d3 and cover the second rank with rook c2. So rook b8 was very accurate, but then you have to follow up with rook f8, and this is a great move.